Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Or have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Wednesday, January 17, 2024. And welcome back to our supportive environment of self-discovery and progress. My name is Nyomi Banks, and I am your host, and I am your fellow traveler on this voyage of self-discovery and self-love here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And in our prior episodes, we discussed creating intentions in numerous aspects of our lives, ranging from job goals to health and well-being. And today we'll turn our attention to a key component in our lives, and that's our relationships. So let's take a time to just review a few key points from our last conversation before diving into the world of love and connection. And with yesterday, we talked about why it's important to set intentions for our health and well-being, as we talked about the importance of proactively caring for our physical and mental health, as well as how our intentions might influence our personal well-being. So I'm truly excited about this going into today's topic, because it's more of speaking on our relationship with each other, with others. And this episode is entitled Nurturing Relationships, Intentions for Love and Connections, all right? So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the importance of setting intentions for relationship nurturing, all right? It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on this Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by me and Dr. Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to axnyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, self-discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, Self-Discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery. From feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment, this program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast, available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Well, welcome back. It's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, here on this season of Self-Love Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about nurturing relationships, intentions for love and connection. And in the month of January, as we kicking off this new year, so that we can be able to dominate in every aspect of our lives, we're focusing on intentions for this month. Intentions in our career life, intentions in our personal life, intentions in our well-being. And Today we're concentrating on love and connection and relationships with others, all right? Connections with others, right? But before we get into today's topic, let's do a breathing exercise to relax and open our hearts. With this practice, it would assist us in connecting with our emotions and laying the groundwork for genuine and emotional talk about nurturing our relationship. So breathe with me as we cultivate an environment of openness and compassion. All right, begin finding a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes and take a deep breath through your nose, filling your belly air. Hold it for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension or stress. Now place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. And I want you to take a deep breath in, feeling your belly rise as you fill your lungs in air, and hold it for a moment. And then exhale slowly, feeling your belly sink back down. Continue breathing deeply, focusing on the rise and the fall of your breath. And with each inhale, imagine yourself breathing in calmness and peace. And with each exhale, imagine releasing any negativity or tension from your body. Now, as you continue this rhythmic breathing, allow yourself to become aware of any emotions that may be present. Notice any sensation in your body and any thoughts or feelings that arise. And without judgment, simply observe and acknowledge them. With each breath, imagine your heart opening and expanding, creating a space for love, understanding, and compassion. And allow these feelings to flow through you, embracing both your own emotions and the connections you have with others. So take a deep breath, just one more, focusing on the warmth and the energy radiating from your heart. And when you feel ready, gently release your hands and open your eyes. I want you to remember that this exercise is just a starting point for opening up and connecting with your emotions. And it's important to create a safe and supportive environment where genuine and emotional talk can take place. And if you're new here listening to the Season of Self-Love Podcast, this is something that we do here as a part of our self-care routine, to where we do a nice little 60 seconds or 120 minutes. Did I say that? No, or 2 minute. That's what I wanted to say. A 2-minute breathing session here. And this is my contribution to you all to make sure that at least you have this moment when you speaking and talking to me, that you can be grounded and that you can allow yourself to be grounded and open and ready to receive whatever message you can get coming from this episode. All right. So let's get into today's topic. All right. Today's topic, we're talking about nurturing relationships and intentions for love and connections. And in this section, we'll look at why setting intentions in our relationship is so important. And we also will talk about how conscious thoughts and actions may have a big impact on the quality and depth of our relationship, whether they're with a love partner, family, friends, or even co-workers. All right, well, setting intentions in our relationship is important because it helps us to cultivate deeper mutual understanding and positive interactions. And when we set intentions, we are consciously choosing how we want to show up in our relationships and the type of experience we want to create, right? So conscious thoughts and actions have a significant impact on the quality and depth of our relationships because they shape our environment, of our communication, our behavior, and our overall dynamics. And I'm going to share with you a few reason on how, why, but how. Clarity. One is clarity. Setting intentions allows us to gain clarity on what we truly value and desire in our relationships. And it helps us to identify our needs, our boundaries, and our aspiration, which in turn helps us to make a conscious choice that aligns with our values. So say, for instance, for me, I set intentions specifically for this podcast, the Season of Self-Love podcast, as well as Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast, to where I understand that I'm creating a relationship with you all, with my followers, my listeners here on this platform. And so for me, setting positive intentions that we can have an open communication to where we are able to exchange dialogue, whether it will be through email, whether it will be through your comments. You understand that we are able to respectfully respect each other's thought pattern or whatever it is that you are communicating with me, as well as understanding a trust value that's within between the both of us. You understand? All right, next is communication. And when we have clear intentions, we can communicate more effectively and authentically with our loved ones. We can express our needs, our desires, and our concerns openly and honestly by promoting better understanding and healthy dialogue. And this creates an environment of trust and openness and fostering stronger connections. As well as presence. Presence is another very important thing. With conscious thoughts and actions, it helps us to be present in our relationship. By mindfully engaging in conversation and activities. And when we show our loved ones that they matter to us, being fully present allows us to listen actively and emphasize and respond on a genuine care, which deepens our connection. And we talk about this a lot and we say it, and I got parentheses, active listening. Active listening. That means listening to what your other partner is saying, the other person that's a part of that conversation. And in that active listening, that will create an emotional connection, which that's next. And that's emotional intelligence. Developing emotional intelligence is crucial for maintaining healthy relationship. Conscious thoughts and actions enable us to manage our emotions effectively and respond to others with empathy and understanding. And this leads to increased emotional connection and fosters a sense of trust and safety, as well as personal growth. Intentions help us to grow individually and as partners, friends, and family members. So by setting goals and committing to personal development, we enhance our self-awareness and can continuously work on becoming the best versions of ourselves. So with this growth positively impacts our relationship and is bringing a new perspective and depth to our connections. And I want you to remember that setting intentions is an ongoing practice, and it requires regular reflection, self-awareness, and the willingness to adapt and learn from experiences. So by being intentional in our thoughts and actions, we can create more meaningful and fulfilling relationship with those around us. It's interesting that today I went into my prayer and meditation session this morning, and I have received quite a few messages that came through to me. And one of the messages was mirror image. And with the mirror, and it's not mirror image, it's mirror. And I just want to take a moment to read it with you. And one of the questions is who or what triggered you? Who or what triggered you? To think that people and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us and what we believe to be true about life, the universe, or ourselves. So when mirrors are pointing to where we say our shadow aspects or our light aspects, mirrors reveal parts of us that are yet to be accepted or witnessed or loved. And so you're wondering, how does that coincide with where we're talking about today? Today we're talking about setting intentions with connections and relationships that we have. And we're talking about it from a conscious point of view. But we also have to be mindful of the subconscious of our mind, to where we have to be acknowledgeable of when those certain people trigger you or trigger us, to reveal something of ourselves that need to be healed. Does that make sense? So instead of us using that mirroring of that person to look of it in a negative way, maybe take a different perspective of it and find a way that can better strengthen our relationship, because there's something that I need to heal or work on within me to why that is triggering for me. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And so it's like when, when I was sitting here and just reading over, my notes and stuff like that, and I kind of giggled and cracked up. I was like, for really? And that's how I know that I am truly in the right place. And that specifically, I'm talking about this topic today, but also I had a mirroring moment yesterday. I had a mirroring moment yesterday, and I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly who and what triggered me. I knew exactly what it was, and that gave me a moment of time to write it down and say, you know what, sister girl, you still haven't healed from that moment. You still haven't healed from that moment, because whatever the words that they had just spoke to you, you heard it in a totally different way. So right now, you need to focus on you and how you to heal so you can have a better relationship with that person. So you can have a better relationship with that person. Then I sat down this morning. Seriously, I sat down this morning and I said, what am I looking for in this relationship? What am I looking for to grow within this relationship? How important is this relationship to me? So then that created, okay, maybe I need to go back to the drawing board for intentions with this relationship, with setting my intentions and goal for this relationship. And it's like when I say we're breaking this setting intentions down to every aspect of our lives, we are. And it just makes you think about a lot of things. I know a lot of times we talk about, being aligned with certain things, situations, and even people. Even people. And even when you setting intentions, and I'm not talking about just always receiving from a relationship. It's a give and take. Can you be in a relationship with somebody? And I'm not even talking about love. I'm talking about being a mother and daughter, a sister or a brother, or a sister or a friend and friend. And can you give that same person what you're asking for? Can you give that to that person? Y'all understand what I'm saying? So when choosing to have these relationships with these people, that's even deciding to come back tomorrow to listen to the Season of Self-Love podcast. My intentions for this relationship with this podcast, with that host, Nyomi Banks, what are my intentions for that? How do I want this to grow? How do I want that to affect my life? And how can I affect her life in the positive? and a positive that can help both of us to grow mutually. That is something that we have to think about when we are creating these relationships, when we are setting these intentions. But I have a few steps and strategies and tactics and stuff that I want to share with you on how we can possibly get there. All right, how we can possibly get there. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back. And then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about taking steps of setting intentions for love and connections. All right, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we'll be right back.
Are you ready to kickstart your journey to a healthier, more fulfilling life? Introducing Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi Banks. This transformative journal is your personal guide to achieving physical, mental, and emotional well-being. With its easy-to-follow prompts and powerful exercises, you'll embark on a 90-day healing journey like no other. Each morning, as you open the pages of this journal, you'll discover thought-provoking questions, uplifting affirmations, and space to reflect on your progress. It's your secret weapon to breaking free from old patterns and embracing a healthier, sexier you. Say goodbye to self-doubt and hello to self-love. Good Morning, My Sexy People will empower you to make positive changes every single day. You'll develop healthy habits, cultivate gratitude, and unlock your true potential. Whether you're seeking to improve your fitness, boost your confidence, or find inner peace, this journal is your trusted companion. It's the support system you need to stay motivated, focused, and inspired throughout your journey. Don't wait another day to start living your best life. Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off. Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi Banks is available now on Amazon. Grab your copy today and begin your transformation. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself, set your intentions, and unleash the sexy, vibrant person within. Get your copy of Good Morning, My Sexy People today, and let the healing begin.
All right, welcome back. It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about nurturing relationships and intention for love and connection. But also, I want to share with you, yes, you just heard the commercial about the Good Morning, My Sexy People, the Journey, the Living Journal. And this is 90 Days to Kick Off Your Healing. And this is a journey workbook that I created last year. Well, early last year, I created it and I launched it on Amazon. Self-published it myself. And this workbook, it has so many different things to truly help you on your self-love journey. So you can actually get it on Amazon. But if you want an autographed signed copy from me, you can go to asknyomi.com and go to the shop area. And definitely you pick up a few. I think I only have a few left before I restock, for myself. But again, go pick it up. Seriously, it truly will help you kick off these first 90 days or even the first 90 days of 2024 and will help you to kickstart your healing journey. All right. So let's get into the topic in hand. Before the break, we talked about the importance of setting intentions in relationship. And we also talked about the mirroring of others in a relationship, how it's triggering for you in that relationship, and that can truly help you to start to set your intentions of what you want in a relationship with someone else, whether it be a physical and emotional, whether it be love, family, friends, or even you just being a listener here. So setting intentions for love and connection needs careful thought and honest reflection. And I'll walk you through the procedure necessary to establish significant intentions in your relationship. And we'll go over how to recognize your relationship requirements and communicate effectively and create a supportive, caring environment. So establishing a significant intentions in relationship involves several procedures, and here are a few steps to consider. First is self-reflection. Yes, self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your own values, goals, and needs, and understand what you want from a relationship and what you are willing to give. Consider what qualities and values are important to you in a partner in your relationship behalf. Communication is another one. Open and honest communication is a key to establishing significant intention in a relationship. Talk to your partner about your desires, fears, and expectations, and discuss your long-term goals and see if your vision is aligned. And be willing to listen actively and be receptive to their thoughts and feelings as well. And this is in a relationship with you and your loved one, you and your partner, you and someone who you're going to build something with. Boundaries. Establish clear boundaries and expectations within the relationship. Discuss what is acceptable and what is not. This includes emotional, physical, and personal boundaries. But to respect each other's boundaries and communicate openly if any changes need to be made. And also mutual support. Create an environment of support and care by being there for each other. Show empathy and understanding when your partner is going through challenges. Offer encouragement and be each other's cheerleader. Celebrate each other's success and provide comfort during difficult times. Trust and loyalty. Build trust by being reliable, honest, and consistent in your actions. Demonstrate loyalty by being faithful and committed to the relationship. Trust and loyalty are foundational elements of a strong and significant relationship. The next, emotional intimacy. Foster emotional intimacy by sharing your thoughts, feelings, and vulnerability with your partner. Create a safe space where you both feel comfortable in expressing yourselves without fear or judgment. And this deep level of connection can strengthen the bond between you. And next, continuous growth. Recognize that the relationship requires work and effort from both parties that could commit a personal growth and encourage each other to grow as individuals. This can involve pursuing individual goals, learning new things together, or seeking couples therapy if needed. Shared value and interests is another. Explore shared values and interests that can deepen your connection. Find common hobbies, activities, and causes that you both enjoy. And this can create a sense of unity and shared experiences in your relationship. Emotional support. In building a significant relationship, emotional support is needed. Show empathy and provide emotional support to your partner. Be there for them during both the good times and the challenging ones. And listen attentively. Validate their feelings and offer comfort and reassurance when needed. Another one is trust and transparency. Build a foundation of trust by being open, honest, and transparent in your communication. Trust is crucial for a significant relationship, and it takes time to nurture. Avoid keeping secrets or withholding information that may hinder trust building. Quality time together. Make an effort to spend quality time together, free from distractions, and this can involve going on dates, planning weekend getaways, or simply dedicated time to each day to connect and bond with each other. Quality time strengthens the emotional bond between partners. Respect and equality. Treat your partner with respect and equality in all aspects of the relationship, and value their opinions, boundaries, and personal space. Avoid disrespectful behaviors such as belittling, criticizing or dismissing their feelings. And with mutual respect is vital for significant relationships. And last, celebrate each other. Celebrate the milestones, the achievements, and special moments in each other's lives. And take time to acknowledge and appreciate the positive qualities and efforts your partner brings to the relationship. Small gestures of celebration can go a long way in making your partner feel valued and loved. And remember, building a significant relationship is an ongoing process that requires dedication, patience, and understanding from both partners, from all partners. And it's important to continually communicate, adapt, and grow together as you navigate the ups and downs of life. And I want to go into detail to talk about trust and transparency. I have several different relationships. And when I mean relationships is whether it is family or friends. And not specifically I'm talking about a lover. I'm talking about family and friends. And in these different relationships, I found that in those relationships that there is not an equal amount of trust and transparency in those relationships. What I did realize, especially, and when I say that I was triggered yesterday from something, is because I realized that even with that person, that their reasoning of not being transparency with their communication or their is because there is some healing that has to be done on their end. Now, my thing is I'm human and I was triggered by that. Did I react? No, I did not react to them, but I reacted within myself. I reacted within myself that brought up shadow versions or things in myself that I knew that were not healed as of yet. But once I got this morning and I went into my meditation and prayer room and I sat in there for about a good hour and I sat with it and I understood what it was. And I said, you know what? I cannot take this personal because I do understand why that person cannot be all in with their trust and their transparency in this relationship. Matter of fact, in any relationship. So for me, I have to have empathy and compassion for that person. But what I did do is that I acknowledge and I thank that triggering moment for me because it now allowed me to find something within myself that still needed to be healed. Does that make sense? I hope I didn't go all around the bush with that, but it allowed me to reassess my intentions with that person at this time. Because remember, we all are not at the same place at the same moment in time. Does that make sense? Just because I might be here, that person might not be there. It might be either some growing that they have to do or some healing they have to do, or vice versa. But we have to be willing to be patient with that in that relationship and understand and also set boundaries within that relationship. So I just wanted to come back and go deeper in with that trust and transparency because I think it goes a lot more deeper in that because we have to understand that we are talking, majority of the people we're talking to in life, and that's to be very honest, we are all broken people. Majority. I want to say 99.9%. And I probably, the 1% is the babies that's in their mama bellies right now. That's hopefully not affected by any turmoil or anything that's happening with the mama. And I'm just being honest. So in knowing that, going into a relationship or building a relationship, this can help to create or help you to better set your intentions for what that relationship is going to be for you. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that I'm making sense, and if not, we can bring this topic back at a later time. We truly can. I am so more than welcome and so more than excited to come back and bring this conversation back up again. Because one thing I do know is that positive relationships in life is important. They are. They truly are. And even though we are on this self-love journey for self, but with this self-love journey, what it does, it prepares us to have a positive, balanced, and harmony relationship with others. It helps us to be there in a servant's manner for others. So imagine we're serving each other. Imagine us speaking into each other. Imagine us being there for each other. Having empathy, compassion, patience, showing love, leading in love. Oh, this world would be amazing, wouldn't it? It would definitely be heaven on earth, wouldn't it? Right? Right? All right, so this is what we're going to do. Take a quick break, and we're going to come back and we're going to close out this episode. But I want to say this. I truly did enjoy this topic, and I know I'm going to come back to it. And I'm excited to come back to it. I'm right now, I'm writing notes in my head. I'm literally writing notes in my head as I am talking with you all right now. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to go ahead and close out this episode. All right, it's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast, available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about nurturing relationships, intentions for love and connection. Yes, that love and connection. All right. I just had to do that today. You know what? So let me share something with you all. I was awakened this morning at 1 o'clock this morning. 1 o'clock this morning, my mom, she tapped on my door. And she said, "Can I come in?" And I said, "Yeah." And then instantly I thought about, we had to go to the doctor for her yesterday. And I thought maybe she was coming in to ask me some questions about what happened yesterday. Or maybe she kind of remembered some things or whatever. So as she had opened the door, she had told me that a loved one of mine, one of my cousins, has passed away. And he's younger. I believe he's 40, if he even made 40, if he's 40 right now. And I was like, wow. You know, I heard that he was in a hospital for pneumonia, but I didn't quite know what it was. And I hadn't spoken to him, I guess it's been about a few years since his mom passed away. Well, actually, I talked to him throughout that whole year. Even after his mom had passed away, I had, texted and checked on, him and his brothers. But after that, I hadn't really, really spoke to him because I really hadn't been back to Chicago, at all. And I was kind of like being, kind of being to myself. And being to myself is going through my spiritual journey. And so I wasn't really connected with too many family members on the outside. So when she came in, I didn't know exactly how to feel. And let me tell you why. Usually I will cry. Usually I will cry because I will feel like I am missing that person and that person is gone. But since I've been on this spiritual journey, it had me more like they are in a better place. And that the work that they are going to do for their family members, and I'm talking about his sons and his wife and his widower, that it's going to be so amazing for them. And I know it's like, for real, Naomi, you are really talking about this like this man has passed away and you're talking about some good things. The thing is that he lived his time on this earth. He lived his time on this earth in this body form. And now he's in the spiritual realm of things. And in that spiritual realm of things, he is able to do more in the spiritual realm of things than he was able to do here in the physical form. And so with me, I will celebrate his life, yes, here on this earth, but I'm going to celebrate it more, him more in the spiritual realm of things. And so this is for anybody out there right now that are grieving or that are in sorrow right now. Know that your loved ones that are gone from this earth in the physical form, they are still with you in the spiritual form. They are still with you in the spiritual realm. In any moment that you see something, a bird or a wind or a flower or even a little noise or something, a smell. Yes, I said a smell just out of the blue that come from a unique smell of them. Know that they are constantly in your presence. Know that they are constantly in your presence. And I just wanted to share that because I don't know who listen. I know some people, but I don't know all who listen. And I hope that you all can understand and resonate with this. That you understand that even though they are not here on earth in a physical form, that they will always be with you. They will always be with you. So if that relationship was solid, even if it wasn't solid on this earth, know that you still have time to solidify that relationship when they're gone. Yes. When they're gone. And it will, help you with your healing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you this. All right. I just needed to share that with you all. All right. All right. So, like I said, I enjoy this episode, and I know we're going to come back to this episode, and we probably do it in a whole different type of way. And I'm excited about it. I am so excited about it. All right. All right. I just want y'all to remember the critical importance of nurturing our connections and our relationship with others, because it brings us joy, support, and meaning. And again, I want to thank you so much for continuing to join me on this journey. Join me here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. Just enjoying the space that you are sharing with me right now in this moment. All right. As always, I'm sending love, light, and prayers to you always. And have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Send a light, love, and prayers.